Hi guys, it's me again, your boy Luke, and I am here to give you another episode of What's in Your Mind? Okay guys, I just woke up and it's only 9 p.m. I'm so sorry, I overslept and I need to do some things before I start the video because clearly I don't have enough time to do my chores in time in finishing for the day. So I'm just going outside for a little walk and talk about it for you in a minute. I'm just going outside. I'll be back at 11. So here's my dormitory. Let's go on an adventure. So for today's vlog, everyone, we're going to have some things that we're going to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about communication. Guys, I'm here at Golden Country Homes and I'll be having a little walk. So I want you to be a part of my adventure through this night, and I want to talk about some things regarding communications that will be helpful for many people. As you can see, I'm walking away from my dormitory. There's my dorm. See, now I want you to know that I'll be totally okay during this walk because there are no bad guys here at GCH. I'm just a little overwhelmed of the many requirements I've been having. So last week we watched a movie regarding our subject in purposive communication, which is I can speak. One of the main views or main focal points of that movie is that communication is rather important in many aspects of communication, because we as people communicate with each other for many times in our daily lives, and we use these as our mediums in giving us more intel or information and learn different things upon our way. It is essential for someone to speak clearly with another person and not misjudge them based on their culture and giving them hopes of intriguing them to different kinds of information. As you can see, people don't tend to be intellectual in giving out information for their use. You see guys, an issue that I have noticed in this past few days during my stay here at Golden Country Homes, I've seen that many people have trouble communicating with other regions or other people that came from other regions of the Philippines because they tend to not understand their culture. So this is also present in the video or the movie that we watched last week. I can speak because people tend not to understand those people who have different cultures because they tend to understand differently than what we think is right, because sometimes we have things or we say things that are okay with us, but if it is in other cultures it is not okay. So this factor can lead to conflicts in many religions, in many cultures, and many nations because we tend not to understand this and we are not having enough awareness of having this kind of information. In the movie, clearly the protagonist has trouble speaking in English and she wants to cite her side in behalf of the movie, and this has resulted into conflicts in the movie. This is the same also in some cultures, because when people travel along different countries, they tend to have, misunderstandings with other cultures. They tend to be misunderstood because they cannot speak their language. And I think this is a focal point in the movie and a focal point in everyday life, that we must have awareness in having cultural differences and cultural languages that have different meanings to us. We may be discredited from many offenses, offending other people because of what we are saying, and we may not be able to see what we want to see or say what we want to say because other people may think that we are offending them. It's just a thought that I need to say to you because this happens really every day, actually. Even in school, students become more adept in learning. Also, I've noticed many communication barriers here in as my experience as a student because I've been having trouble communicating with other people, with different religions, with different cultures and different perceptions. They tend to give me different answers or that conflict to my ideas or opinions about a certain idea. But this hasn't given me some trouble understanding their side because we clearly are humans and we don't tend to understand everything that we are supposed to understand. We understand people who have their own opinions on some things, and this has given me the opportunity to give to you guys what my opinion is about this kind of information. This has given me the ability to speak clearly what is in my mind and giving my thoughts upon that information. The issue of communication or communication barriers is relevant to many students, including us college students, because we tend to not understand things that we are not supposed to understand because we have different views, perceptions, emotions, and contradictions about certain ideas. This is true because many of us misunderstand each other depending upon where we came from, upon our culture, and upon our religions. We understand differently upon others, and we don't have enough intellects to understand other people as well. But this is not a factor that can affect us to not communicate with other people. Like in the movie, I Can Speak, we can have prominent information and prominent viable communication with other people if we tend to understand them clearly, and we will have fluently conversing ideas that will clearly help us in understanding each other. This will be a great help to many students if they tend to learn attentively what English is for and learning the universal language as a whole, because clearly we can express our ideas, opinions, and different perceptions to other people if we can clearly speak in English, and we can provide them with the right information that they want and give them what they think is right. This is true because for me as a college student, we must understand each other clearly for us to learn as an individual and to socialize with others. Communication can also be a binding medium for people to socialize with each other. This is clearly the scene that we can have in bonding with other people, with giving us information and making socializing a more attentive and beautiful way of communicating. As you can see, I am still walking here at Golden Country Homes, and I tend to have more walks through the nights because it clears my mind, and I just have you as my audience to talk with, and I want you to have a great night. So I'm now heading back to my dorm. I'm clearly here. I'm close to my dorm, and let us watch me go upstairs. Here. There's my room. Guys, just like in the movie that I have mentioned earlier, we can help avoid these communication barriers if we know how to speak in English, understand different cultures, control our emotions, give other people the chance to speak for themselves, trying to understand their opinions and letting them speak for themselves so we can understand and have a better future, better communication, better relationship with them, as clearly shown in many generations of today. So I want you to know that I want you to be able to speak for yourself, have the ability, the confidence, and to give yourself some confidence to speak to other people, to give your own opinion. As we all know that communication can be a medium for us to be socializing with other people, to create better relationships and give us more hope for the future. And that's not all. People tend to not understand what we may think, but we don't need to force them to understand because we have our own opinions. They have their own opinions, and we must let them understand for themselves what we want to say to them. We aren't the controllers of everything. We don't control everything that we do. We don't control others, and we don't control the world. So I want you to be open-minded, give other people chances, and let them speak for themselves. And respect their decisions, their opinions, their perceptions, and their ideas about things that we don't understand. And we must understand them patiently, evidently, and clearly so we can have a better relationship with them. As you can see, I'm still here at my dorm. I don't have time to go home at Balayan, but I do have time for you guys. So kindly like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. Be part of my notification squad. And like this video for more updates. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Adrian Knows. And you can clearly send me messages regarding different topics, and I will answer you evidently. So that's all for today. Have an awesome day, and bye-bye! Hi guys! Hi guys! Hi!